All Business Media presents the Professionals Roundtable. Hear what's hot in the professional world. Timely topics to propel your career to the next level. Professionals Roundtable with Rick Delgado. Exclusively on All Business Media.
And welcome to All Business Media, where it is all business all the time. And I'm your host, Rick Delgado. And welcoming to the show for the first time is a lovely lady. She's the owner and master cosmetologist out at SP Haircare out of Atlanta, Georgia. You can go to the website of the same name, S as in Shawon, P as in Pinder, haircare.com. That's sphaircare.com. I'm talking about my guest, Shawon Pinder. Oh, my goodness. It kind of makes sense, the S and the P, doesn't it, Shawon?
Yes, it does.
And again, welcome to the show. If you do want to reach out to Shawon or the people over at SP Haircare, the phone number, 404-759-3668. Welcome to the show, Shawon. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing wonderful.
All right. Well, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. Now, before we get started here, do me a favor. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do as the owner at SP Haircare.
Well, I am a master cosmetologist in Atlanta, Georgia. You can also check me out on Facebook and Instagram. And I specialize in natural hair that has not been chemically processed. And I also specialize in hair that has been chemically processed, extensions, and hair coloring.
All right. And now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it now since 1995.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I started doing hair, yes, 1995. I started back then.
And you've been, and what makes you stand out, I guess, is because the way you go about, like you said, you're dealing with more natural and getting involved in staying away from the chemical stuff, right?
Yes. Well, what definitely makes me stand out compared to other stylists is that I'm licensed. And I am a master at what I do. And what I mean by that is that when I have clients that sit in my chair, I get a lot of clients that have severe damage. Either it can be color-treated damage, like where they put color in their hair and they've tried to treat it themselves and they are not doing an excellent job with it. What ends up happening is they reach out to me or they'll go on my Yelp page and they'll do research on me. And they'll say, I need somebody to treat my hair. I've been trying to treat it. I have a lot of damage. Can you please help me? They come to me. I do a scalp analysis. Mm-hmm. I analyze their hair, and I recommend the treatments that's best for their hair because everybody's texture needs a different type of treatment.
Right.
That's why they call me the specialist. Not only that, sometimes I get people that come to me that is on medication that has also received a lot of hair loss, and they wake up in the morning and they see it in their hands and they freak out. They go online, they do their research, and they reach out to me and ask me, what can I do to prevent this hair loss? Is there anything that I can take? Now, lots of times when you're on medication, the majority of the time, it takes between 3 to 6 months for a medication to leave out of your system, depending on what it is, even if it's like a steroid. So lots of times what I tell clients is if you're on any type of steroids, I always recommend for them to get on a biotin. It's a natural herb that you can take. You can get it out of, any health food store, and it'll also help restore your hair and your nails.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't know that about medication. So knowing that going in, when somebody's coming into you, and if they're on a specific medication, they should actually tell you because there could be some interaction going on there.
Yes, I always stress that. I always do. It's always good for you to be honest with your hairstylist and let them know if there's any medications that you're taking. If you can't remember them, it's always good to ask your doctor and write them down and give it to your stylist. You have a lot of people that have eczema who are allergic to, there is an ingredient in hair color called phenolene-diamine. And what happens is if a person has eczema and they are very lead to break out sometimes, hives or rashes, they can get an allergic reaction from that. So you want to be able to know everything about your client before they sit in your chair. And that's one thing that I do. I always ask my clients, is there anything you're taking? Are you allergic to anything? Is there anything that I don't know? Some clients are allergic to certain perfumes that can be in products.
Right.
Now, I tend to stay away from sulfates and perfumes, different ingredients in it that can cause irritation to the scalp. Now, I also have a product in it that has activated charcoal in it. And what that does is it's a detoxifier.
Okay.
So lots of times if you have clients that come in that have any kind of scalp irritation or they have problems where their scalps are itchy, especially with the weather changing right now, I give them that detoxifying product. Mm-hmm. And the activated charcoal that is inside of it, it pulls the toxins out of the scalp. It's the same thing that they use in the emergency room. When a person has taken something that they're not supposed to take, they give you activated charcoal. And activated charcoal it acts as a magnet, and it will pull anything out of your body that does not belong there. And this has definitely been a savior for a lot of people that come to me that sometimes they're detoxing or they have certain things inside of their body, that they're trying to help, increase, getting all that stuff out of their body. Right. They'll do that. They'll also do their own detoxing at home to try to get, because like I said, sometimes that medication can stay in your system between 3 to 6 months. So you want to try to do different things to help your body. And that's why they call me SP Haircare, because I don't also restore hair. I can also restore their scalp, too.
Okay. Now with mentioning, the medication and how that could be affecting your hair and its health, what's your thoughts on, say, someone who's, let's face it, Shawon, people out there, they like to tip back a few, as they say. Maybe sometimes a little too much on a regular basis. Is that something, alcohol consumption, that you need to be aware of as well?
Well, lots of times, yes. That can also cause your hair to dry out. A lot of alcohol can cause your hair to get very dry. What I do also, too, is I have a steam treatment that I do, too, that also pulls out impurities out of the head, out of the scalp. It's a hydro treatment. And what we use is we use distilled water. And when we turn it on the hydro treatment, it pulls out toxins out of the scalp, too. So we use it in conjunction with the activated charcoal treatment that we have. Okay. And when it's done, your scalp feels amazing. You feel amazing. It actually lifts off. Sometimes people that have like bad dandruff and people that suffer from psoriasis, you will actually see it basically lifting off the dandruff and the psoriasis off the scalp, and it works. We also have a pomade that we use that we put on it. It works, especially when people have it like around their forehead and around their nape area. We apply it there, and I would say some people notice the difference between 6 weeks to 12 weeks. They'll notice a difference that their scalp is starting to heal.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? You've just opened my eyes to a bunch of different things that I didn't realize come into play, especially when it comes to your hair care.
Absolutely.
The scalp itself. Now tell me, in terms of, because you mentioned about the hair drying out. Now, is there a way to correct that, aside from, of course, the obvious of stop drinking so much alcohol? Are there other things that people can do, employ into their diet, like, more fruits or something like that? You know what I mean?
Well, one thing you can do, if you're having a problem with dry hair, and I see this all the time, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people misdiagnose their hair. And I see that a lot. They go into the grocery store, they pick up a product, and they say, oh, you know what, my friend is using this, let me use it on me. Right. I strongly recommend, if you're using a particular product and you're not getting the good results that you should get, do your research, find a licensed hairstylists that can do an elasticity test on your hair to see what's going on. If your hair is not functioning properly, that means whatever you're using at home is not working on your hair. Lots of times people's hair may need moisture. Moisture, what it does is, and I'm going to tell you the difference between a moisture treatment and a hydration treatment, and I'm going to break it down extremely elementary so everyone can understand. A moisture treatment is like putting moisturizer on your body, on the surface of your body.
Right.
Okay? So it's on the surface of the shaft. Okay? It's just on the surface. Hydrating treatment is like, say, like if you were drinking water that goes into your body. So the moisture goes into the hair, deep within the cuticle of the hair. Mm-hmm. So it expands the cuticle and it can go deep into the cuticle and lock itself in there. So lots of times people need hydration. And sometimes moisture may weigh people's hair down and make it limp. And sometimes people say, you know what, I need some extra body. I've been using this moisture treatment, but my hair still feels dry. And that's because it's on the outer part. You need something hydrating that can go inside the hair.
Right.
Okay? And sometimes people just need hydration, not the moisture. And that's why you have to see a professional, because when you make your own diagnosis and pick up a product that you think is working for you and it's not, you run into these problems.
Wow. Okay, so this is interesting stuff. Again, a lot of things that I never even would have thought of when it comes to hair care. You just figure, okay, you do the basics. You wash it. Sometimes you condition. Sometimes you don't. It's up to you. And then of course, if you've got longer hair, you blow it out. Other than that, you put a little product in, you're out the door. But as Shawon is sharing, there are a lot of different things that affect the health and the look of your hair, of which she is qualified to do. So look into it. Reach out to her directly. We got to take a quick break right here, Shawon. Again, let me remind everybody, we're talking with the owner of SP, S as in Shawon, P as in Pinder. That seems to be her name as well. I get what you did there, Shawon. Very smart. sphaircare.com is the website. You can also contact her directly by phone, 405-759-3668. We have to take a quick break right here.